29 June 2017 paper. I gave you all the answers, right? No, eh? Oh, okay. Okay, then let's check in class now. Question 4, 4.8 times 10 to the power 7. Sure, I never give you all. Okay. So really, but I already got a lot of empty promises, eh? You all tell me you want to submit on so and so, but still don't submit. Okay, so now please self-mark first. Harisha, have you done it? Self-mark. These are the answers. Then for 4b, 9.3 times 10 to the power 6. Anybody needs me to go through any part? Huh? 5a? Okay, I know already. What is the question that you can see?
16p minus 4p squared.
Okay, the printing error, it should be a plus, but never mind, I'll work out the version that you have. So 5a, 16p minus 4p squared. So let's not use this answer. This will be, let us divide by 4p. So I'll get 4 minus p. What? Wait. 5a, did you all get this? Yes, huh? Okay, so this is our answer. 4p, 4 minus p. Okay? Oh, I never draw this, huh? I never draw this out for you. Let me see. Yeah, so if it is plus.
The answer is plus, then the thing is minus. If the answer is minus, then the thing is plus.
No, wait. Listen. What is in your paper? Your paper has 16p plus 4p squared, right? Then you factorize this out, you divide by 4, you will get 4p plus p squared, correct? Then you divide by p, you get 4p, 4 plus p, correct? So what did I show as the answer just now? I show minus, man. I show plus. Then after I changed to minus because I thought you all had a different question. So my original answer was correct. This is the answer. So you are saying some of you have minus lah? Because you all never copy the things I wrote on the screen. That is why you all have different answer. Never mind. You know how to solve both now, am I right? Okay, good. Yes. 5b. My question is xy plus 2ay. Okay? Hey, don't say those kind of things, huh? Okay, never mind. I should stop recording this, but this one not I prepare one. Okay? So, if you have this question, then your answer will be x plus 2a, y plus 3a. Now, because some of you didn't copy down the correct question, can you tell me what is in your question? Then we work it up now. Then, this is what some of you have, is it? So let us solve this. So you get y, x minus 2a, minus, let's put a plus first, plus 3a, then you get x minus 2a. Right? So you get y plus 3a, x minus 2a. Yes? Okay, so method, you must know how to do it. Method-wise, it is the same. Okay, so part C. The answer for 2x squared plus 3x minus 20 is 2x minus 5, x plus 4. Did all of you have the same question? Yes, okay, very good. Then 7a, answer is 2p plus 3q. Seven B, answer is 2p plus 2q. With the squiggly sign at the bottom, otherwise I wouldn't know it is a vector. Then it will be a scalar, and I'm going to mark you wrong. Part C, negative 2p plus q. Anybody needs me to go through any part? Okay. Then 17a, u5 is equals to 79. You got it? And part B, n times n plus 1 plus n plus 2 square. Yeah, you can. If you expand and simplify, you will get 2n square plus 5n plus 4. And then this will be useful for your next part of the question. Part C, a equals to 2, b equals to 5, c equals to 4. Look at negative 5. Okay, yeah. My question is a n square plus b n plus c. Now, if your question is a n square, what? Minus b n, is it? Minus b n plus c, then your answer will be a equals to 2, b equals to negative 5, c equals to 4. Okay? All done? 18a, answer 9 over 25. Part B, 3 over t cubed. Part C, x squared over 3y. Okay? Yes. What do you mean change it up? Oh. Okay, yeah, it's the same. 3t power negative 3. But if they ask you to leave it in positive indices, you must leave it in 3 over t cubed. But generally, when we leave our answers for indices, we try to leave them in positive as far as we can. Okay, let's just make it a default. Change it to positive indices whenever possible. Okay? So next one, 25a. Answer is 48 degrees. Anybody needs me to go through this? Then part B, 66 degrees. Part C, 24 degrees. And part D, 35 degrees. Anybody needs me to go through any part? Anything, Yiping? Don't have, Then 26. A, you get 2 meters per square second. How many of you left your answer as negative 2 meters per square second? Anybody? No? Okay, because this is your acceleration, whereas this is your deceleration. So they didn't ask for acceleration, so we don't want this one. Then part B, 20 meters per second. Part C, 600. Part D, 40. Yes. Part D. Okay. So this is 26D. They tell you that size of acceleration, that means the magnitude, equals to half size of deceleration. Okay. The starting portion, part A, we calculated deceleration, right? So what is the size of the deceleration? What is the magnitude of the deceleration? 2. That is the magnitude of the deceleration. So this is going to be half of 2. So the magnitude of acceleration is 1. Okay? The magnitude of acceleration is 1, therefore acceleration is equals to 1 meter per square second. Okay? So since I know that the acceleration is 1 meters per square second, we want to find the value of u. Then in the graph it looks like this. So acceleration is given by final speed, which is u, minus initial speed, which is 10, divided by the time taken, 50 minus 20. And this is equals to 1. Therefore, u minus 10 equals to 50 minus 20. U equals to 30 plus 10, 40. Okay, they only want the value. So the value is 40. With units will be 40 meters per second. Okay? Alright, next one that I'm going through is your applications of proportion. I asked you to do questions 1 and 2 only. Part C. Okay. Part C, yeah. Okay, so Ryan, do you need me to go through? Okay, calculate distance traveled from 0 to 20. So, distance traveled will be area under the graph. 20 over here, this is 50, and this is 10. 0. Distance traveled equals to area under graph equals to area of a trapezium, half times the sum of parallel sides, which is 50 plus 10, times 20, and you get 600. So where was your mistake? Where 200? Oh, you only calculated for triangle, is it? Yeah lah. Okay. So next, applications of proportion. Question 1A. The distance S traveled is directly proportional to the square of traveling time t. When you get a proportion type of question, immediately form the equation. Vincent, what is the equation that we have? Oh, you're not dozing off. You look like you're dozing off. That's why I call you. Okay, so S is directly proportional, so K times the square of the traveling time, T square. Okay, so one sentence I changed it into an equation. S is directly proportional to the square of T. Okay, so this is what we need. S equals to KT square. Then now we need to sketch a distance time graph for this object. What shape are we going to get? What's that? No, not U. We don't call it U. What's the proper name? It's not a smiley face. What's the proper name? It's a parabola. It's a parabola that opens upwards. Okay? I tell you, if your exam asks you to sketch a parabola, you don't know how to sketch because you don't know what is it, then too bad. There's no other term, it's a parabola. Okay, so S and T. Can time be negative? No, so we don't have anything here. Can the distance traveled be negative? No, so nothing here. Are you talking about displacement? But they say distance here, right? Not displacement. So, kt squared, we are going to get a parabola opening upwards. So it looks like this. And label it as equals to kt squared. Okay? Some things to note about drawing a parabola. At the minimum or maximum point, what is the gradient? 0. All agree? The gradient at the minimum or maximum point is 0. So if I draw a tangent, it will be a flat line. Because the gradient is 0, like what Yuling said. So compare this graph with another graph that I'm going to draw. Bad choice of color. Okay, what's the difference between these two? What's the difference between these two graphs? Look at the graph on the right side in green color. What is the gradient at the minimum point? Is it going to be 0? I can draw a tangent line, right? Put a ruler there. You are going to expect to get a tangent line that looks like this. Touching only one point. So this red line, what is the gradient? More than 0 or 0? It is more than 0. Because it is not a flat horizontal line. This has a positive gradient. So when you draw a parabola, you cannot have it looking like this. It should have been flatter at the start, then it goes up. Okay? Such that the gradient at the bottom is 0. Okay? That is why this is a parabola and this is not a parabola. This one over here, the gradient over here is 0. The gradient over here, I've got this gradient. I've got this gradient. That's why this is not a parabola. The gradient at the highest point is not 0. Okay, so this is not a parabola. And when the gradient is 0, it's going to be a flat horizontal line. Yeah, gradient 0 has to be this point for a parabola. Okay, if it has a maximum point, if it has a minimum point, then this point is the one with gradient 0. All other points, they have different gradients. Okay, as you draw your tangent line, all different gradient. Okay? Then since we are at this, I just want to tell you about your cubic graph. Y equals to x cubed. What does it look like? Do you remember the story? Something about a snake, right? Okay. Yeah. Something about the girl wears skirt, something. Okay, anyway, if you don't remember the story, go and find some other way to remember it. Worst case scenario, ask you to sketch the graph. Forget already. How? I use your calculator, go and plot out a few points. Then you have the idea of what the shape looks like. Then hopefully that will help you remember, okay? So anyway, for this graph, the curve looks like this. Okay? I draw it again. I start from my origin. I go up. Origin, I go down. What is the gradient at 0, 0? It's flat again. It is 0. The gradient over here is 0. It is flat. So, I saw that many of you drew it this way. Up, down. Then what's the gradient? The gradient obviously is going to be a diagonal line. So this is not the graph of y equals to x cubed. This is not. This one is y equals to x cubed. Okay, just some final points to ensure you get maximum marks. Okay, any questions? Okay, then let's go on to 1b. 1b part 1. They say that y varies inversely. Okay, y, this is how I write the equation. y varies inversely. Okay, once it is inversely, I put a k over. As x squared. So x squared is at the bottom. Y varies inversely with x squared. This is my equation. Then they tell you that y equals to 2, x equals to 3. So just substitute. We get 2 equals to k over 3 squared. Therefore, k equals to 9 times 2, which is 18. Now I can write my equation. Y equals to 18 over x squared. This is my answer. If you don't substitute, how are you going to find the value of k? If you don't have the value of k, how are you writing your y in terms of x only? Because then you will have another unknown, which I don't know what is it. Okay? So because we get a y equals to 18 over x squared, then my graph will look like this. And it cannot touch my x-axis. It cannot touch my y-axis either. Because when x equals to 0, y is undefined. You notice that for a positive value of x, in this region, as your x gets smaller, we are dividing by a tiny number. You go and divide by a tiny number. For example, 18 divided by 0.000005. Are you going to get a huge number? Yes, you are. You're going to try it out in your calculator. You're going to get a huge number. So as your value of x gets smaller and smaller, as it moves to the left, your graph gets higher and higher, such that when it is 0, when you're dividing by 0, you will actually get infinity, or in this case, just undefined. So we say that it doesn't touch your y-axis. Same logic goes for the other side. Okay? Then, next question, number 2. How many periods gone already? Hey, I am not that unaware of time. I just needed to know whether it's 1 or 2. I'm sure it is not 3 periods already. Yeah, I will. Okay, question 2a. You have a container in the shape of a triangular pyramid. This doesn't look like a triangular pyramid. Yeah, it is a cone. So, when you all did this question, for those who did this question, did you use a cone or triangular pyramid? You didn't use either? Hey, that's a very good point. Do we actually need to know? Because whether it is at a halfway point, the shape at the halfway point versus the shape when it is full, they are geometrically similar, right? That means we know the relationship between the ratio of their volume. So, since they are similar shapes, volume at the halfway point, half, over volume maximum is equals to height at the halfway point. Oh yeah, okay, because they define it, the maximum to be h, right? Okay, so it's going to be like this, and we cube it. So whether it is a triangular pyramid, whether it's a cone, it is okay, because the shapes are geometrically similar. So I cancel, and I arrive at 1 over 8. What does this mean? It means that when the height is half, okay, volume half, height. Volume at half height is equals to 1/8 volume at max height. Okay, this is from our equation. So since you take 36 seconds to fill it up completely, what is the time taken to fill it up to half height? Then it must be time half height is equals to 1 over 8 time full height or max height. which is 1 over 8 times 36, and you get 4.5 seconds. Okay? I'm sure you have your own way of presenting. As long as it makes sense to me, I know what you're doing, it's fine. But I'm not going to spend time trying to think and decipher what you're trying to tell me, so it must be clear. I find my working over here to be quite clear, so I will accept this. Don't you think it's quite clear? I write down what I'm finding out at different points, right? You know what this V over here represents, you know what this T represents? Yeah, so try to make it clear for the examiner, for the person marking. Then too bad, take the risk. If I don't understand, mark wrong. Can what? Can you imagine the marker has how many papers? I don't know how much time they will spend on one question, but don't take the risk. Try and annotate it as clearly as you can. Even for when the Cambridge examiner came down to speak to the teachers, they told us that annotations are very important. Annotations meaning things like this. All these things. If you never write all, that means you just write a bunch of numbers, is it? You just write a bunch of numbers like 1 over 8. Okay, you write. If it is like that, confirm cannot lah. Because I don't know what is this. Yours, I see some annotations. I could make sense of it, but no guarantees that for the person marking lah. It's not me marking lah, so just make it as clear as you can. Okay, next. Don't waste time already. Part B. As much as you can. Okay, now sketch what it will look like. We have time 4.5 seconds, and the height will be half. Then maximum height, you will take 36 seconds. So one coordinate over here, one coordinate over here. It is going to be a curve. This way. Okay, because I'm not going to waste time, I'm just going to edit my axis. And this is H, this is 36, this is 4.5 and half H. Okay? Yeah, if you can, but too bad they gave you a grid, so you must follow it. Okay, remaining time. Go and work on question 3 of this paper. If you're done, I have more work for you. Yeah, everyday work. Wow, still not slow enough.